Grip strength is a good indicator of your overall health. And in this video, I'm going to explain why having a strong grip is important, how you can measure it, and some exercises you can do to improve it. So first off, why is grip strength important, especially as you get older? Well, apart from making some daily tasks a lot easier, like carrying things, using tools, opening things, opening jars, there's actually a correlation between a good grip strength and longevity. So a reduced risk in cardiovascular disease, a reduced risk in fractures, frailty, an improved immune system. So just like your BMI, it's a good way of looking at your overall health. It doesn't tell you everything, but it can highlight some underlying issues. Now, having a good, strong grip does not automatically mean you're going to live a long, healthy life, 100 years old. Likewise, if you've got a weak grip, it doesn't mean you're going to live an unhealthy life and not get to 70 years old. But it's a good indicator, because if you do have a strong grip, it probably means you've had years of, maybe a lot of manual labour, lifting some materials, maybe some weightlifting or some other kind of sports. All of these things will improve your overall health, keep you nice and strong, in decent condition, good coordination, good balance. Having a manual job will help build up some muscle and some strength in your bones, which can help you later on in life. Especially as you get past 60, 70, you become more frail. You're less likely to fall over and break bones and whatnot. So how do we measure our grip strength? The most accurate way is by using a hand dynamometer. So one of these things, I won't show you the front. You can get these for £15, £20 or $15, $20. They do go up into the hundreds, but you don't need to get a really expensive one. Just a cheap one will do. And there's a couple of other ways you can test yourself if you don't want to purchase one of these, which I'll go through in a bit. But if you're going to use a dynamometer, which I would recommend, just make sure you get your arms straight or have it at 90 degrees. Just pick one and stick to the same technique. Make sure your arm's nicely adducted, so tucked right into your side. Adjust the handle so when you pull it, your middle finger's about 90 degrees. Don't test yourself when you're ill or if you're fatigued. Try and keep the conditions the same. Squeeze it as hard as you can, 3 to 5 seconds, and it will record your highest reading. Swap hands and then do the same again. Test yourself 3 times and then just take the highest reading. And I'll put up a chart on here if you want to pause the video or screenshot. And yeah, you will start losing grip strength over the years. It normally starts in your 40s, between 1 and 2% per year. But obviously, if you're lifting weights, doing some kind of weight-bearing exercise, like I said, manual labour, stuff like that, you'll maintain your grip strength a lot longer. You'll maintain your muscle mass, bone density, all that stuff. Sticking to a weightlifting program, I'll always recommend that to anybody. Now, if your readings come out as average or good, but you still want to improve, you want to level up to strong, well, first of all, that's good news. Secondly, now you can definitely do that, and I'll go through some exercises in a moment or two. If your readings are weak and let's say you're not particularly strong anyway, maybe you're quite small, nothing to worry about there. You can definitely improve your grip strength though, if that's something you're interested in. If your readings are weak, but you are quite a sporty person, lifting weights or whatnot, or you're just a big guy in general, and you've got a weak grip, then I would definitely get yourself checked out, because that doesn't make any sense to me. I'm not a doctor. I don't think that's right. That'd be a bit of a red flag, maybe some nerve damage or whatnot. Now, another way you can test yourself is by doing dead hangs, which is literally just hanging from an overhead bar. Make sure your feet aren't touching the floor and just keep as still as possible. If you can do 30 seconds, you're doing pretty good. If you can do a minute, you're above average. If you can do 2 minutes, then you're pretty much a beast, aren't you? First exercise then, just doing dead hangs. This will improve your grip. Okay, so you could do 3 sets, just hang as long as you possibly can for each set. Rest 2 or 3 minutes in between each set, and maybe even try doing it one arm at a time if you can. Yes, you'll look like an orangutan doing these, but look how strong they are. And make sure you don't forget to stretch your forearms after doing stuff like this. Farmer's walk or farmer's carry. Try doing these one arm at a time. So carry a dumbbell, 60 seconds, and when you start to ache, just swap arms. You can do 3 lots of 60 seconds. Try and work your way up to about 30% of your body weight. And obviously you can do it with 2 dumbbells as well, or a trap bar. Okay, but you're going to be carrying more weight. It's going to put a lot more pressure on your spine, on your back. So if your back can handle it, fine, go for it. If you struggle a little bit with your back, just do one at a time. Yeah, and just walk around and just imagine what it's like to be a farmer. An unsung hero, if ever there was one. Okay, rack pulls. These are pretty good as well. a lot less pressure on your back doing these compared to say a deadlift, because obviously you're not lifting the bar as far. And you can do reps, or you can just stand there holding the bar for as long as you can. Just do 3 sets. Try and work your way up to maybe 60 seconds if you're just going to stand there, or do a bunch of reps. So it doesn't really matter too much what the technique is you use or what particular exercise. You just want to make sure that you lose grip strength before anything else. So in other words, you want your grip to be the limiting factor. So if you are doing a rack pull, for example, you don't want your back giving way or losing back strength before losing grip strength. You want the grip to go first. Hopefully you'll see some improvements. And one last thing before we go. By my estimates, a fully grown female gorilla has got a grip strength of at least 250 kilos. Oof, that's a lot of squeeze.